Hello and welcome to Post Perspective TV. We are celebrating NAB season from our homes once again this year, but we're going to keep rolling on. And we are happy to have join us today Christian Jones from HP. Hi, Christian.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us here today. If we were in Vegas, which we're not, I think one of the hot topics on the show floor would be HP's acquisition of Teradici, which I know the intent was announced a little while ago, but the deal just closed officially recently. Can you share with folks why this was an important move for HP and how you think it's going to benefit your users down the road?
Absolutely, Dana. So we're really excited to welcome the Teradici family into the HP family. Both the employees, all of their talent, all of the passion that they have for the industries that they serve, including the media and entertainment industry that they've served for many years. Now, HP's intent here is, if you recall a year ago when COVID really shook a lot of things up, which we're still reeling from, we had a team doing our product Z Central Remote Boost, and then Teradici also had a team with their cloud access software. And both of us were reaching out to as many customers as we could, trying to enable them to do hybrid work. And I think both teams did a phenomenal job. But our products and our approaches, we actually found they complement each other. They're not really direct competitors, they complement each other. And so we were really excited to see how HP going forward, looking at hybrid work, looking at how professionals and companies need to be a lot more dynamic and just change the definition of what the office is, what production workflows look like. How can HP provide solutions that speed up that process, speed it up with confidence, allow you to make decisions and allow you to work wherever you are, but still keeping content locked down and secured in a secure fashion. And that's what the Teradici acquisition part of it is about for HP, is it is allowing us to broaden our solution in the devices we can support, the ecosystems we can support, and ultimately the workflows, professional workflows that we can help customers support.
Great, and I know this is all freshly happening, and I'm sure there are a lot of things to be worked out. But what can you share with folks as to how things are going to roll out going forward, what you're comfortable talking about right now, and for any users who might be a little nervous about the news, what they should be expecting or excited?
Yeah.
But of course.
Well, I think they're going to be excited, and here's why. We just announced this, and it's actually a pretty big, pretty exciting announcement that we really wanted to be able to announce as soon as we announced that this deal's closed, and we did. And what that announcement is that going forward, starting at the end of this year, so we've announced at the end of the year in the December timeframe, customers who purchase subscriptions to Teradici's cloud access software to get that high-end remoting experience are going to also get included with that the HP Z Central Remote Boost remoting software and the Connect manageability. And what the two of those offers bring together, so now with that single subscription, you're going to be able to take advantage of both tools whenever you need them. On the HP Z Central side, we've got a lot of optimizations for all the customers who had desktop workstations that they had to remote in from home, or they might have rack mounted those, or we even have a 1U form factor that looks like a server that you can rack into. With our software, Z Central software, you can remotely manage those things and do those tasks that you would otherwise be hard to do if the PC wasn't right in front of you. So we have optimizations around that and around scheduling time on machines so they could be shared between different people. On the Teradici front, have optimizations with cloud PCs and virtual PCs. And so now going forward, you'll be able to offer to your creators connectivity, like the best you can get connectivity to compute, whether it's dedicated bare metal workstations that are rack mounted or virtualized or cloud PCs. And ultimately our vision, what we're going on with that offer is not only will you be able to get access to both tools, but as time goes on, we'll integrate the best, the most powerful features across both of those into a single solution. So what customers who have been using either Z Central in the past or Teradici in the past, what they should be excited about is they just got a whole new set of features they didn't have before from either side. Now they have the full menu in front of them, and HP is accelerating the development of that path for professional workers to be able to work hybrid, no matter how demanding or challenging those workflows are from a compute perspective.
Great, very, very exciting times. And that's a December timeframe, you said, correct?
Correct. And December timeframe is when that will take place. You'll be able to do that 1-year subscription and then get access to both suites of software.
Okay, great. And you were talking on it. Obviously, hybrid workflows are the way going forward, or at least the short term going forward. Who knows at this point what the long term going forward is? Do you want to talk a little bit about how HP, a little bit more, I should say, about how HP and your Z series are embracing and supporting a hybrid workflow for folks?
Absolutely. This is it is a trend, the remote work or just the hybrid definition of like an office and what that is. We all know that was a trend that was happening beforehand, and then we got forced into it. And now that we've all been forced into it, we realized, things that we've been able to rethink things that you didn't rethink in the past. And so some things we can do way better than we could do before. That changes because of COVID, and other things we're really missing the way they were in some cases. And I think that's like the beauty of us, circling around this word hybrid, because it really is, hybrid is going to be the best of both worlds going forward. I think that is the ideal that we continue to hear from customers. Is there are instances when being in an office and together is the best. There's instances when it's not possible, or it's even faster for everyone to be remote. And so, what HP has done is we've started developing our hardware portfolio of mobile platforms, desktop platforms, and rack-mounted platforms to try to feed into all of those. But what I think you see also with this Teradici acquisition is we're going beyond solutions that are just our hardware and going to broader service as a service solutions, right? And that's really what Teradici is it's providing a service to access a lot of different compute. And we are not going to stop that. Any of the partnerships that Teradici has across the industry, like the non-HP players, that's important to keep that going, right? We have no intention of slowing them down on the growth in creating a very broad solution that can use any endpoint device and any compute and the pairing of them in any way.
Great, and that's actually a very nice transition. Thank you. Segue into our last topic of the day, which is that obviously HP is known as a hardware provider, has one of the legacy primary hardware providers, but software is something that you are both developing and embracing. How are you seeing that as a solution going forward, and are you going to continue to develop an open model?
Yeah, no, thank you. Great question. I think what we've found over the years, working with industry leading customers in the many verticals that we serve, is that there are a lot of opportunities to empower creators, right? Whether that's in video or visual effects or engineering and other fields, right? There's a lot of opportunity to speed up those processes. But to do that, often you do need to go beyond just the traditional like desktop or laptop hardware or the printer, right? And so HP more and more is investing in software and service solutions to bring more value and to optimize workflows for customers in these spaces. And so that's an area that I think you're going to see more and more from HP, and the Teradici acquisition is one of those where we now have a lot of great software talent and solution talent that we're bringing in. And I think his second question you asked was about like maybe an open ecosystem. So it is important that our intent is not to have this walled garden that everything must be have an HP sticker on it or you can't use it with our software. We understand that, especially in a hybrid work, you don't often get to control what end users might be using. They might be using their own personal PCs in some cases. And there are times when the cloud can be very helpful. And so we are looking for an open model to allow that flexibility so that customers can choose in their circumstance what makes the most sense to enable their data to be secure, to have the highest performing compute running their professional applications, and then to allow those end users to work wherever it is that they need to work and to collaborate. Putting all that together is kind of our goal and our mission here.
Okay, great. Anything else you think our viewers should know? Anything else happening at HP that we would have been talking about at NAB?
We have a lot going on, but selfishly, I would say, so for any existing customers of Teradici products or HP Z by HP or Z Central products, we are actively looking to partner with our customer base to ensure that this roadmap going forward of bringing the best of the best together we want to hear from customers, who have, really established one of those solutions as their core solution and ensure that we have all their needs captured going forward. Because this should be good news. This should be an acceleration for everybody on the types of workflows we support. But we always love to hear feedback from our customers on that. So I would ask them to stop by the booth since they can't do that. Reach out via your HP representative.
Okay, perfect. And fingers crossed we'll be able to have that human interaction again in April, and we can meet in April. That'd be lovely as well.
That would be awesome. Thank you, Dana.
Okay, well, thank you, Christian, for joining us today. And that's us saying thanks for joining us at Post Perspective TV. Bye-bye.